Hey YouTube, it's me, Amarettomomma, coming to you with another Empire review. This week is going to be Season 1, Episode number 9, Onto the Breach. It is Wednesday, March 4th, and here we go. Alright, it opens up with Anika and Lucius talking about doves at the Chateau because they want to get married at the Chateau. They're all in, all goo-gooing in love, making plans, and all of a sudden here come Cookie and Portia. Cookie and Portia bust in, and Cookie saying, Lucius, you can't trust her. She hooked up with Berelli. She hooked up with Berelli. And then my girl Portia says, yeah, you paid me to spy on Cookie, but I was spying on you. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. So Cookie and Portia leave, and Lucius asks Anika, what did you do? What did you do with Berelli? What did you do? Then they bust out. Cookie start throwing all her shit out, throwing all of Anika's stuff out, all her clothes out, and Anika goes running out and calling somebody, and Cookie says, phone check to Portia. So Portia goes and snatches Boo Boo Kitty's phone. So Boo Boo Kitty is walking out, and Lucius start following her. They start talking, so Boo Boo Kitty starts telling Lucius how, you know, this ain't even me. I'm not this treacherous person that's doing this. You done twisted my love and made me into this monster. And Lucius is like, don't be like that. Don't be like that. You know I'm dying. Oh, you know I'm dying. Why does he always play that dying card? But anyway, so they get to the gates. She start walking to the gate, and Cookie is like, and leave them keys. Them is Empire. That's Empire's property. So she threw the keys, and Nika did. Threw the keys and said, I don't need these keys on the cell phone. Then she starts walking to the gate. Of course, Lucius is still begging, please talk to me, please talk to me. And she's saying, he's like, when a man in my position tells you to listen or says, please, you know it's important. And then he says that when a man like me tells you to hear him out, you better hear him out, or else it could be, you know, it could be detrimental to your health. And she's like, are you threatening me? He's like, he was like, I ain't threatening you, but if you reveal the fact that I'm sick and you ruin my IPO, you're going to ruin your daddy, because he's going to go to jail for committing a fraud. So as they're walking away, the gate starts to open, and here come Berelli and his boys. They come in like the cavalry, picking up Anika. Lucius opens up the car door for her. She gets in, and the back window rolls down, and it's Berelli himself sitting in the back seat of that SUV. They said something, I don't remember what they said, but Lucius was like, you started this. Just remember, you started this. And they drive off. That was crazy to me. That was crazy to me. Then, so they cut over to Jamal. He's singing in a video that I guess Ryan must have shot for him. And in this video, he's singing D'Angelo style, all naked down to the waist and just singing. So Ryan and Jamal, they kind of getting kind of cozy, and they start kissing each other. Well, as they're kissing, here come Portia. I guess she had been dispatched to go and find the boys. So here come Portia. She busts in on Jamal and Ryan while they're kissing. And she's like, what y'all doing? Put your clothes on. We have war. And she walks out, and Jamal's like, at war? What you talking about? And then they switch over. It was so funny. They go back up. They go back to Empire. And honey, they're rounding up the posse. They got everybody around the round table. I guess they're doing damage control. Cuts over to Andre. He done flushed his damn medicines down the toilet, honey. Anyway, so they sitting at the round table. Lucius is telling everybody what they need to do, what strategies they need to take, who they need to bring in, what artist is going where. And he tells them, y'all got to draw blood. This is war. Y'all got to draw blood. We ain't playing no game here. We ain't playing no game. Then it switches over to Veronica. Why is Veronica over there singing for Berelli? Boo Boo Kitty done convinced Veronica to come and sing for her with Berelli. They're going to team her up with some dude. I forget who they said, and I guess it's supposed to be a hit. Whatever. Anyway, so they scoot back over to Jamal, to the round table. Jamal is sitting at the table, and he's standing up to his daddy. He's telling his daddy what needs to be done, how he's going to go and get Estelle, and he tells his daddy, you know what, you know, this is my company. We're not going to take this at my company. And Lucius is like, your company, you better check yourself. Anyway, so it flashes over to back over to Berelli's. At this point, it's just Anika and Berelli sitting in his office, and Berelli puts his little hand on her knee and starts asking for the dish on, or the tea, as they say nowadays, on Lucius, what she thinks about it. She really can't tell much about Lucius, because if she does, her daddy's gonna go down. So she's like, you know, we need to keep this on a business level. And he was like, I wouldn't have it any other way. Then it goes back over to Empire. I mean, it's just flashing back and forth and back and forth. So they go back to Empire. Cookie, one of the people that Cookie needs to retain is going to be over at Ghetto Ass Studios. So she has to go over there. She really don't want to go over there. She hates it over there. She says nasty. But anyway, she goes over there. And her guy is there, and all his boys are there, and they're sitting around singing or whatever they do in that studio. One dude is sitting in there eating cereal. He got to get up and answer the door. Cookie's like, you still eating them cereal, them Cheerios, whatever she called them. He was like, yeah. So anyway, she came in and she started talking to her guy. And one of his boys is like, you ain't no G. You don't know nothing about this. You ain't this. You ain't that. And she looked at him and she said, honey, you ain't no G. I did 17 years in the pen, and I know a mark when I see one, and you is a mark. Shut his ass right down. Anyway, they're sitting there sipping on some purple shit. I don't know. I guess that's what they call syrup from back in the day. I don't know. Y'all know I'm old. Anyway, so one of them gives her a challenge that, you know, this will knock you on your butt. And she's like, this ain't nothing. So they start sipping around and drinking and everything and talking. I don't know what they talk about, because then they switch over to Jamal. Jamal is in the studio with Delphine, who is Estelle. Oh, I love Estelle. Anyway, they do a duet called The Conqueror. Well, you know her song, Conquer. The Conqueror is on the radio in real life now. So Jamal and Estelle are singing this song, and they throw down. It is beautiful. It is really beautiful. All right, so then they flash back over to Ghetto Ass Studios. I call it the GAS. So they flash back over to the GAS. Cookie sipping on the purple stuff with her client. He makes her a challenge. You know, he says, if you can take one more sip of this, I'll come back to you. I'll stay with Empire. And as he says that, they pan out, and everybody else, all them other fellas that was in the studio talking shit stuff with the bravado and the this and the that and the G and whatever, they all passed out. The only two left standing is Cookie, the guy who was eating the cereal because he wasn't drinking the stuff. It was Cookie, the guy drinking the cereal, and her client. So she says, you know, they both toe up. She really toe up. So he says, if you can take one more sip of this, I'll stay with Empire. She was like, it ain't nothing but a thing. Pour it, baby, pour it. He pours that stuff, and they drink it. She gets up. She's stumbling, toe up, drunk. But she won the bet, so he sticks to his word and says he's going to stay with Empire. So she leaves. As she's leaving out, she's walking down the sidewalk, stumbling, because she's toe up on whatever that purple crap is they were drinking. This guy tries to purse snatch her. He grabs her bag. She starts hollering. And guess what? Security is right there. He jumps out of the car, busts the man in the face. The boy pulls out a gun, but before the boy could pull the trigger, the security done punched him in the face and did all other kind of ninja crap to him. He dropped the gun. He laying on the ground. And Cookie looks up and sees that it's him. And she's like, you know, I really like you. She was so drunk. She was like, take a bite of this cookie. And he was like, no, I can't do that. I'm paid to watch people, and I know Lucius love you. That means you off limits for me. Because Lucius loves you, and you off limits for me. So he puts her in the car, and she falls backwards with a drunk ass, and legs go up, and she's like, take a bite of this cookie. He's like, no, I can't do it. So he's busy trying to get her legs in the car so he can shut the door. He does, and they leave with her drunk ass. Well, it was kind of funny. Anyway, after that, it switches over to the three boys, the brothers. They're in the elevator. Jamal, not Jamal, Andre, as I said earlier, doesn't stop taking his meds, right? Andre starts to fight with his brothers. He gets little Hakeem hemmed up and picks him. I mean, he just got this strength from somewhere. Must be that strength, you know what I'm saying? So he picks him up and has him up against the wall, and Jamal is trying to get him off him. They fighting, and all of a sudden the lights flicker. Flick, 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 flick. The lights flicker. Lights go off. So while they're in there in the elevator with the lights off, Andre really starts tripping. He starts talking to himself about the car he just bought and what he gonna do and what his dad gonna do. They gotta keep a secret, blah 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 blah. So the brothers try to reel him in. They're like, Andre, chill, man, chill, chill, chill. So he's still going off. So um, Jamal reminds him of the song that their mama used to sing to them when they was little, when things wasn't going so good, and to calm them all down. And it was "Lean on Me." Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. So they start singing that. At first it's Jamal singing it to his brother. And then Hakeem gets in on it. And then they stop at one particular part. And they say, that's your part, man. You're supposed to sing that. So he starts singing. He sings a little song. And they look over at Jamal. And Jamal is getting all teary-eyed. And Hakeem looking all like, oh, this is my brother, blah, blah, blah. So they start singing the song together. Andre calms down and they do this hug. They hug each other. Camera pans out and comes back around to Andre's face, and he got this mean ass, devilish ass look on his face that I've only seen in one person in my life, and that person, I stay out of his way whenever he comes. I'm not saying no names, but I've seen that look before. And so they leave from there. Let me see, where am I at in my notes? Oh, okay. So they leave from there. They're in the elevator hugging each other. Andre has this strange look on his face. They leave from there, and then it pans over to Berelli and Lucius. All of Lucius's men is coming this way down the street, and Borelli's man is coming this way down the street, and they black cars and they black SUVs, and looks like Lucius is in the back seat of this black Bentley, and they jump out, and it's Berelli over here and Lucius over here, and they talking. All the boys pull out their guns when Berelli reaches for his belt, or whatever's in his belt. All the guns come out. Lucius's security, Borelli's boys, they all got their guns pointing at each other. They start talking. They say whatever they're going to say. Hell, I can't remember what they were talking about, because frankly, I didn't write it down in my notes. But Berelli ends up pulling the gun and pointing at Lucius's face. And Lucius just walks up to him. What was all that? They said what they had to say, and then they left. I don't know. Okay. So, after that, they go back to, that's when the elevator scene came on. I think they should sing that song. All three of the brothers. They should really sing that song together and include Andre in on it. But anyway. Then Jamal stands up to Lucius again. They're in the hallway. Lucius don't want to lose, I was going to say Rihanna. What is the girl's name? The one that was messing around with the singer. The one that was messing with Lil Hakeem. I can't think of the girl's name. Her name just slipped my mind. But anyway, he's so concerned with keeping her. And Lucius is trying to tell, Jamal is trying to tell Lucius that they need to get Delphine, who is being played by Estelle. And he's like, no, we got to get the young girl. We got to get the young girl. And they was like, no. And even Cookie was like, no. Delphine is a platinum star. She's bigger than all of them. We got to get her. And so he was like, no. So he walked away. So Jamal was like, oh, hold up. Looky here. Let me just tell you a little something. This is what we're going to do and yada, 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 yada. And you need to put your played out homophobic views to the side so we can get this business right. And he walks away and leaves Lucius standing there with his mouth open. First time that I haven't seen that, where Lucius is standing there with his mouth hanging open. But anyway, they switch over, and Andre is really losing his mind. He really is. He really is. So anyway, Cookie goes to get Tiana. She's going to be at some club, supposed to be meeting Doo-Doo Shitty, Anika. So it pans over to them at the restaurant. To one of the black trucks. They show Anika walking up the sidewalk, and then it shows little Hakeem getting out of the car. So Hakeem goes up to talk to her and tries to tell her not to take Tiana or whatever he talking about. No, not to leave. That's what it was. Don't leave, because you're part of this family. We need you. You've been there all along. I need you. You're like a mama to me. Blah, 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 blah. And Anika looks up, and sees Cookie in there with Tiana. That's her name. Sees Cookie in there with Tiana. She feels betrayed, and she's like, what? And, you know, you lied to me. You did all this to try to trick me, blah, 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 blah. And little Hakeem was like, look, yeah, my daddy plays us. He does. But this is family. I got to do what's best for us. And when he said that, she started to walk into the restaurant. But Hakeem's girls and boys walk in. It's Portia, the tall, skinny girl with no boobies. Her and some of the boys that hang around with Hakeem. They block her way. She ends up backing down, and she doesn't go into the restaurant. Then it goes over to the inside with Cookie and Tiana's talking, and Jamal comes in. Not Jamal, Hakeem comes in, and she's saying, you know, I want to be with the crew, but we got to be like we used to be, talking to Hakeem. And Hakeem was like, look, you know, I need you to come back, you know, we was good together and everything, but it can't be like it was because I'm in love with Camilla. And of course, Cookie didn't like seeing that, hearing that, so she gave him this look, but didn't say nothing. She just let him do his thing. And he was like, if you come back, we'll be this, we'll be that, we'll do this, we'll do that, but we can't be like we used to be. And apparently, just telling her the truth was enough for her. She ends up coming back. So, it cuts over to Leviticus. They in the bar. Estelle and Jamal are on the stage singing. And they're singing, You're So Beautiful. In walks, now mind you that Lucius is on the on the piano playing. In comes Tiana and Hakeem, and they all get up on the stage and they sing, You're So Beautiful, all of them. They all have a part to sing, and Lucius sings first, and he really sounded good. I was surprised because y'all heard me say on one of my other videos that I really didn't think he could sing, but I knew he could rap because of Hustle and Flow, but you know, I got too many movies mixed up. But anyway, they start singing and it's a hit. Everybody loves it. The public loves it. Everybody inside Leviticus, you know, they love it. So they leave from that and then they go over to Andre. Andre is at the office and he done completely flipped his wig. Completely. By now, Rhonda's there. They're trying to talk to him and everything. And then in walks Lucius. Andre done lost it. He really has. They're trying to get him calmed down, and he starts talking to his daddy and says, you know, you hired the one who knows you a murderer, blah, 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 blah. I don't think nobody heard that, though. I don't think everybody heard that. I really don't. But I did. I heard him say that. So in comes, you see the paramedics come, you know, because the office is made out of glass. You can see the hallway. So you see paramedics coming in with a stretcher. They come in. They hold him down and sedate him. They get him all sedated. And the paramedic starts handing, you know, he says, we need the next of kin to sign these papers. So he hands the papers to to Lucius. And Lucius is like, no, that's his wife right there. So she gets up, she takes the paper. They look at each other. She signs the paper. Lucius looks like, yeah, okay. And she looks like, what have I done? They rolling down the hall with Andre on the stretcher. He done lost his mind. Now, this is where my prediction comes in. You know, I always have a prediction or something to say about what I think should happen in the next episode. So far, I've been right every time. So this is what I think is going to happen. Y'all remember in the last episode when Lucius was telling Andre that he wasn't going to get accepted by the white folks no matter how many white people he marries? Well, listen. That let me know that Lucius didn't really like Rhonda. He got this... I don't know what the problem is. Is it with white people or was it just Rhonda? I don't know. But the fact that Rhonda signed that petition to have him committed is going to, Lucius is going to use that as leverage against Rhonda. When things start to settle down and Andre can think clearly, Lucius is going to tell Andre, look, you need to get rid of her because she signed you into the nut house. That's going to be the wedge that Lucius puts between Rhonda and Andre. Just saying. That's my prediction. That's my prediction. Now, on the previews, it shows that the security is going to hook up with Cookie. Yay! Shows Jennifer Hudson is nurturing Andre. I don't know if she's going to be his nurse in the next episode or whatever, but they're singing with each other, and she ends up nurturing him, and they show him sitting on the floor, and she takes him by the hands, and it was a very loving, very intimate and loving scene. Not sexual in any way from the previews, but I just like the way that they showed her as a nurturer for Andre. He needs that. I'm pretty sure that he didn't get much nurturing after his mama went to jail. You know what I'm saying? He was raised by a bunch of men, and probably Anika came along later, but she ain't much older than him. But anyway, also shows Mary J. Blige. So Mary J. Blige is going to be on the next one. So it's going to be Mary J. Blige, Jennifer Hudson, Estelle in the next episode. I can't wait. All right, y'all. So that's my Empire review for Empire Season 1, Episode 9, On to the Breach. Y'all, we only got 2 more episodes to go. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to be there watching, and I know y'all will too. All right. Now, don't forget, y'all. I need y'all to like, thumbs up. I need y'all to subscribe and share. Share this video. I think it's a good one. All right, y'all. Y'all be good. I'm Amarettomomma. Talk to y'all next time. Bye.